Welcome everyone. Today I have a very exciting Path of Exile 2 weapon setup guide for the summoners. Yes, I have done it guys, look behind me, the weapon skill tree or the passive tree now have 24 additional extra points for allocation and also alternative adjustments. You can see the green ones, you can see the red ones. So basically while I'm casting different spells, you're technically benefiting from 24 up to 24 additional skill passives. Just to show you guys how this might work in the game. So if I'm casting a spell, this is the size of my curse. If I'm casting a different spell, look at the size of my curse. And this is not all. This is just me having 7 points ready. If I have more points ready, look at these dynamic changes. So I am switching between weapons and you can see the changes. Those are the points and those are the points. So this is just me having 7 points ready because I am currently under level with only 73. Yes, a lot of Matt's brain cell died in the making of this video and I have been doing a lot of testing and there goes my gold. But it is working and it is wonderful. Just to show you guys the potential of the massive radius, the curses, and also bonus damage you can get, this is my friend's screenshot of his massive curse using 24 weapon set abilities to swap. And you need to understand this because this will help you to min-max your points in the late game and give you so many more versatilities. So while I'm going for the attack route, I have a lot of weapon damage, a lot of minion damage, a lot more minion health, and even higher minion health and also minion damage critical rate that is everywhere. But when I'm casting my curses, what you're going to see is we have increased effect of curses, increased effect, increased duration, increased massive radius of curse, and also additional ways to hinder enemies' movement. And over here, we have additional ways of cursing enemies and also faster curse activation. So this is wonderful if you understand this whole setup. And I'll teach you guys everything in this video. So coming over to my character, the first thing you can notice is I do have 2 different set of weapons. And yes guys, they are choices for weapons that will enhance your ability to cast curses or have lower cooldowns. And I have picked up a few of those weapons and also the offhand very cheap. And yes, as you expected guys, I have made the trade filters for you to pick up those weapons for super cheap if you want to follow the build. And this will allow you to understand this and also benefit from this. Not only that, there's a small bonus. Let me show you guys over here. So here, double blink. Look at that. I'm a double blink. Pretty cool, right? So let me try to show you guys again. Yes, double blink does take a little longer cooldown, but that is pretty cool. I can do double blink, I can swap, and that is pretty cool, right? So yes, the weapon swap has a lot of utilities, not just that you get additional skill points, you can have skills like blink and also additional ways for have greater mobility for the necromancer. Not the necromancer, the infernalist. So excited to share this with you guys. Now, before we dive into the video, I do want to address this community post. A lot of viewers were asking me how come I took down the video. Nothing has happened to me, guys. Nothing bad has happened. And no one contacted me. I was just reading the comments and I can see a few of the comments are recommending me to not share the bug or abuses found in Path of Exile 2 in public as a bug report. And after considering this, yes, I do agree with you guys. And I won't be sharing potential bugs and also abuses in the future. And I have taken this video down. So I do want to hear feedbacks from you guys, and I am considering how to make the channel better and also how to make better content for Path of Exile 2. So let me know in the future if you have good feedbacks or anything. And again guys, thank you for your concerning messages. Nothing has happened to the channel. This video was just posted for like 10 hours. I don't think anyone has even seen it. But yes, I do want to make better guides and also videos, tricks with farming method, but not bug and also abuses. Because I love this game, I want this game to be healthy and also player friendly. I don't want players to abuse and also break the game. And this is why I was making the report. But at the same time, I should be aware making the public video can also promote people to do this more, right? So it's a double-edged sword. So again, guys, I'd like to thank you for your feedbacks. Now, before you dive into this particular video, I do want to warn you guys, there is a less gold cost for respecting on the future update. Should you want to follow this method and also get your pretty much 24 free skill points using the second weapons set tree, notice over here, you might want to delay this if you don't have enough gold. Notice I spent a lot of gold testing this for you guys again. So if you don't have enough gold, you might want to wait for the next update because this will mean it is much cheaper, especially in the endgame for you guys. Yes, I'm thinking about everything I can help you guys as I make the guide. At the same time, if you're not sure how about the nerfs that is coming, there is a video to talk about the nerfs in the future patches, and I do have a video about the build we can adjust for this. And over here, If you still want to respect your points, no matter if you're waiting for the update or if you just want to respect it, make sure you watch this video. It teaches the basic about weapon swaps, but the bigger thing is it teaches you how to get discounts when you do refund skill points. Because you'll be refunding up to 20 or 24 skill points, it can become extremely expensive. So I don't want to make a guide to get you to do the weapon swap and not helping you guys to save some gold in the process. And finally, we do have a guide video to show you guys how to get a lot of gold, no matter if you're in early game or the late game. And this method can get over 200,000 gold in 1 hour should you are short on gold in respecting. Yes, I want to cover everything. Now let's jump into the video. I'm sure you guys like, show me the method. Yes, let's jump in the video. Now everything's covered to make sure you guys have the best experience. So coming over to the refunding NPCs over here, once you speak to the passive refund NPCs, what you're going to see is I have had 3 of the weapon set points perked in the past as a demonstration on the previous video. You can see the green bars over here, and those are not good. So for every weapon set points you have perked, when you unperk them, it will cost gold. So pretty much if you're perking all 24 on set 1 and also all 24 on set 2, if you want to change all that, that means 48 points to be respected. So be a little careful about this and make sure you understand what I'm teaching. And I have tested this myself and it seems to be working. The second thing to notice is in order to make sure you have enough points for alternative weapon set points, you have to unrespect points from your main tree. So notice all the gold ones over here. I'll show you guys, maybe it's a little easier if I show you guys over here. So there are 3 colors on the tree. The gold ones are the permanent utility ones that is shared between both of the weapons. The green ones is a particular one for weapon set 2, while the red one is a particular one for weapon set 1. So in order to start perking the green ones or the red ones, what you have to do is you have to respect the gold ones so you have the free skill points. But don't worry guys, we'll make those points back. So what I have done in the previous guide over here is I have unrespect some of the gold ones that you can see the gold ones now have 30 to 40 points. And those 3 points then goes over to the other 2. So firstly, you have to make sure you unrespect enough points. So how would you want to unrespect points? You unrespect the point that is overlapping with the other 2. And firstly, over here, I decide to look around and basically unrespect the points over here. And I don't think I need it for the build anyways. So now I have free 7 points. And notice that this will cost me quite a little bit of gold to respect. So this is during my own account I was testing, and it cost me about, how much did it cost me? It cost me 30,000 gold. Yes, I've been testing a lot. So there are points I want to go into. And firstly, you have to have the free skill points unspected from your golden tree. And then this will go to the weapon set 1, weapon set 2. So you can see after unrespecting, I have 7 points that I can allocate. Now during this time, because it is more expensive to undo those weapon set 1, weapon set 2 because they will cost more respect gold, this is why I have pathed out the entire tree. So let me briefly show you guys how those can be allocated, and I'll show you guys the pathing of the tree and also reasonings behind it. So once you have the 7 free skill points, you can click weapon set 1. And then once you click, notice I'm clicking weapon set 1 over here. Look at the top. If you don't click it, it's gold. But if you click it, it will be a particular color. And here the weapon set 1 is where I focus my minion damage and also minion critical rate. So I'll be perking into points that will give me more minion damage. Notice that I can perk over here and I still have a bit of free skill points. I am coming over here for more minion critical rate, but I'm a little short on points, but that is okay. In the future, I'll always be allocating the weapon set 1, weapon set 2. I won't be allocating points in the gold ones. This is a bigger take. So once I have allocated all of those, notice on the top, it is 17 out of 24. Keep that in mind. So now what you do is, notice here I click onto weapon set 2. I can also allocate a similar amount of points that it was respected from the gold tree for additional area and also additional effect of curses. And that's what I will do now. So let me show you guys over here. Notice that the line is drawn differently because there's a color indication. So over here, I am perking into those points, and here we have those points. And now all 14 points has been allocated. So notice over here, 17 and also 17. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to click accept. And this will have 2 sets of trees that is activated depending on the weapon set you're using. And if I come back to my character, this is what you see over here. So here I'm using the secondary weapon, which allows me to have wider curse radius, faster curse, and also more benefits to curse, which is extremely good. I'll teach you guys about the blink after too, which is really fun. But if I swap the weapon, notice the cursors are smaller, they are a little slower when casting. Because if I swap the over here to show you guys, here I have the cursors increase radius, but here, it's a little strange, I can't do all the time. Here you can see I have the weapon damage. So my plan is to cast a bigger curse, switch back to the minions, deal a lot more minion damage, and this means a lot free skill points. And yes, I did check with my friend, the game will snapshot your abilities. So this means any additional increase of curse duration, curse effect, and also curse abilities will be snapshotted when you cast the curse. And you can see this as the curse radius is much bigger, and this is also snapshotted. And this is really amazing for you to get some bonus points. So over here is a step-by-step guide in case the previous line was a little confusing because I tried to cover everything. So firstly, you might see your previous tree like this. Notice here I have a lot of minion perks that is over here that is golden, golden over here, and also golden over here. I have unrespected those points first, and this frees up to 22 to 24 free weapon set points. Notice here this says 20, but it's actually 24 if you look at in the game. I do have a guide video to teach you guys how to get out 24 in case you're not sure. I'll put that in the links below for you guys as well to get out 24. So once those golden points has been respected, because we don't want them to overlap, I will then set weapon set 2 over here for the minion damage. It doesn't matter weapon set 2 or weapon set 1. Now you might have noticed in the tree here, weapon set 2 is when I do the minion damage, weapon set 1 is when I do the curses. But on my actual gameplay, I actually reverse that. So just mix up the 2 and 1. So in case that's a little confusing for you guys, on the tree I happen to pick weapon set 2 is where you use minion damage, and on the tree, weapon set 1 is for curses. But this is reversed on my own account, which is weapon set 1 damage, weapon set 2 curses, which you get the idea. As long as you have your minion weapons on weapon set the right one for minion damage, you should be fine, and use the other set of weapons accordingly. So as long as one set is weapon damage, one set is curse, that's really good for the summoners. So weapon set 2 over here is for the damage of minions. Notice all the green ones that is now respected into weapon set 2. And then weapon set 1 is using those additional 3 points to respec into additional curse abilities with more effect, more duration, more effect, more duration, and over here with more radius of curses and also more area effect and also more abilities when you affect curses, which is incredibly good. Together over here with additional effects of curses, faster curse activation, and also faster curse activation. So there's some really good points you can get for curses. And we have 2 spray points over here, so I even perk into some block chances while you're casting your curses. So you might be wondering, how are you benefiting from this? Well, not only are you benefiting from all the curses that is snapshotted when you cast the curse with a wider radius, with more damage, bonus, and with all the goodies, and also with debuffs, this means you can have 3 points that is normally you wouldn't go for those points, because I can allocate the 3 points on the skill tree for additional minion life, and over here for additional minion life. So this actually allows me to max my minions and also curses, and they're not overlapping. So that means if I follow this method, I can have potentially up to 24 skill points. And hopefully this video makes sense for you guys, and make sure you watch each of the part and take your time. Again, I'll have all the links available for you guys, and let's briefly talk about the weapon of choices and how can this help you to cast faster curses or have even better abilities of lowering your cooldowns for more blink charges. So coming over to my first set of weapon, this is when I use my minions, plus 4 minion skill rank, and also a very tanky shield. This is what I use 99% of the time. But when I'm casting my curses, the first thing you want to notice is the curses are assigned to weapon set. So here the curse will be assigned to weapon set 2. You do not want to assign this to weapon set 1, because this will automatically swap. I had it assigned to weapon set 1 just to show you guys as I swap weapons, but normally you want to assign the curse only to weapon set 2. And then to take back your spells, I usually assign my Flame Wall to weapon set 1. So this allows me to cast the curses in a wider radius, cast Firewall, which will swap the weapon back. So it automatically swaps the weapons. Let me show you guys over here. So firstly, Firewall. Now I cast curses, not the weapon swap, then Firewall. I'm not pressing X, it automatically swap weapons. Look at that. Magic, right? Matt's like PhD in PoE. So yes, you have to make sure you assign this one to number 2 for the weapon, and then the spell we spam a lot is going to be Flame Wall, which you assign to number 1. And if you have seen my previous video, I was using Blink on my second ability. And now Blink has been added with Second Wind. Yes, a small bonus for the next future build. I'm planning to update this build to have even more links for all the traits over here to give you more utility. Just have a look at this. I'm going to cast my curse, double blink, I cast my firewall, instantly my gear's back to normal. Pretty cool, right? So let me show you guys again. Cast curse, double blink, blink, blink on cooldown, and then cast firewall, automatically changed. Oh, I love this. I spent hours on this. So now let's keep going. The next thing is, what are the secondary weapons that can greatly benefit your character as a summoner? You can use the similar logic for your other game accounts and also characters, but I have crafted the summoner a little bit for you guys, because I'm using this, right? So firstly, I'm looking for something that has increased casting speed. You can run a two-hand weapon or a one-hand and also shield or a focus. So if you were to run a wand and also focus, you have much faster casting speed. So this means you can be casting your curses a little faster. Look at this little arms wave. It's so fast, right? It's like shoo, shoo. It's almost instant. It's like pew. You'll never miss a curse again. Now on the second choice, notice here I'm focused on just casting speed and also just casting speed. You can buy those for super cheap. It's like one argument. Of course, if you guys are rich, you can filter for the exalted. The second option is, if you want to play my style to have 2 blinks, then you can have this shield. This unique shield, I actually bought this one for 8 argument. And sometimes they sell for argument, sometimes they sell for exalted ops. You want to get the highest cooldown rate cover. Oh gosh, the trader side is done. So when you're using the link, if the trading side is done, just wait a little bit, it will come back up. So this shield will greatly reduce your cooldowns of blink. And because I have the second wind, which allows me to blink twice, when I have this shield activated when I'm blinking, it will reduce my blink cooldown. And it's good. So this is the option. I don't recommend going with a two-hand. I tried it. It just doesn't work. It takes too many items off and just doesn't feel right. Oh boy, what did I do? So I don't recommend going with a two-hand. I recommend going with one hand and also a shield or a focus. The focus also have increased casting speed, just to show you guys. Anything else, mana regen can help, and any block, life, mana can help, but mostly you just want casting speed, reduce cooldowns, or more casting speed for a faster curse. Then you just cast your firewall and everything's done. Perfection, right? Now, should you guys have any questions, you can let me know in the comments below. And in the future videos, when you see Builder's Guide, you're going to see me showcasing this a little more. And I'll show you guys how this works in the actual fights, and by looking into other mechanics for the summoners for you guys. So make sure you stay subscribed and also turn the notification on for the latest update, because Matt has been using a lot of his brain cells lately. Yes, again, I have not been leveling. This one took hours of planning and also drafting and also testing. And I'm also broke. But I love it. I love to learn the game, and everything I learn and discover the game, I'll share with you guys. I'll break it down, and I'll provide you with all the information as I discover them, as I learn them. Now, I'm sure after I share this method and also combos, you guys can use this for other classes and also builds. So should you guys have a cool weapon swap set for the summoners, you can share directly on Discord by joining our Discord channel, then directly send a message to me. And if you've discovered any cool tricks like this, make sure you share with me so I can share with the community and teach everyone to have a good time in PoE 2. This is pretty cool, right? So if you guys have a better pathing, let me know as well. I think I tried to min and max a little bit for level 7, level 92 Infernalist, but still, I would love to hear you guys for the feedbacks if we can improve this particular weapon set even better. Now, before we finish, I do want to give a big shout out to my friend Royal, who actually spent the time to teach me and also showcase me his massive curses and also abilities so I can learn and also understand everything. Big thank you for Royal for teaching me everything in Path of Exile 1 and also Path of Exile 2. And hopefully he can share his good builds to come. Oh boy, his build, his cosmetics is amazing. I go to his hideout, I was like, bro, you're promoting the in-game cosmetics here. It looks amazing. Wait till you see his character, it looks amazing actually. Now, before we finish, if you guys haven't subscribed, this is a really good time to do so, because I'll be looking into the latest Path of Exile 2 news on different communities and also on our official forum, official webpage. I'll also be looking into the best build for each of the class as the meta develops with the Chinese and also the English community. So stay tuned for the latest update and also guides for Path of Exile 2. And of course, this is going to be a big month for us. And I'll try to bring you guys all of the latest content and also guides for Path of Exile 2 to come.